adventurers. Welcome to episode number 38 of Adventurous Spirits. Today's topic is, do you believe in yourself? It's kind of a long name. And I ask that question because it's a question that I've been asking of myself lately. You know, to do these big adventurous tasks and to carry on big adventurous projects, we have to have an element of faith. And there's faith in the world around you, there's faith in the people who are helping you, there's faith in what you've done in the past. But when it comes down to it and your back's against the wall, you gotta have faith that you're gonna figure it out. And when I get myself in a tangle, sometimes that is the central question. It's like, I think I might have lost a little bit of faith in myself. How can we restore that? That's sort of essential. So that's what we're talking about today. And I'm playing you this song that I wrote called The Possibilities. Because this song has a major history with my own story as an artist and as an adventure seeker. It all started in the summer of 2015. And at that time, I was really not interested in performing. I wasn't playing my music in front of people. I was just quietly writing songs as I felt inspired to do so, with enough intention and craft that I did want these to be great songs. But it was really just for my own benefit. And I didn't have any ambitions outside of that. But I always kind of felt like I should. Like I had like an inkling of a desire to share what I was writing with other people. Mostly because I felt so refreshed and envisioned when I played them and when I sang them for myself. I thought I'd like to share that experience, especially in a city like Los Angeles, where we're actively being beaten down every day of our lives that we're trying to create and share, whether intentionally or unintentionally. And even if you don't live here in Hollywood, you probably have experienced that somewhere in your career and in your practice. So all that to say, I finally felt moved to begin. And as soon as that concept started coming to me of being more vocal, literally, about what I write and what I sing and what I think, and kind of literally reading my diary in front of strangers, it made me feel very insecure. And I actually remember having the thought, does Los Angeles really need one more musician? Now, you would think that I would have thought that about being a filmmaker too, because that's what I had been pursuing so far in my life for 2 years. But I didn't have any concerns about being a filmmaker in LA. I was more concerned about shining a limelight and stepping onto a stage with these songs. That was really the heart of it. I was saying, hey, everybody, look at me. Listen to me. I want to sing something to you, which is not unique at all. So many people are wanting you to look at them and listen to them. So I had to reconcile that, and I had to decide, am I willing to start stepping more into a place where people could see and hear me? And join those ranks of brave souls who say, listen up, I've got something that's going to help you, that's going to make you feel good. I don't know everything I need. I don't know if I will succeed. Just know that you have faith in me, possibilities. Oh, the possibilities. So it didn't take long on that journey to feel extremely intimidated and to be like, I am totally an imposter at this. But thankfully, there were a handful of folks that really encouraged me, and they affirmed that I am actually good at this and I'm worth listening to. And I needed to know that because I didn't have that knowledge. I didn't have it baked in and ingrained from all the experience of doing it. But I knew that something was leading me to start this. So it was a step of faith, writing this song and recognizing maybe there's a place for me in this world of music and in actually the entire world of storytelling. So I wonder if you can relate to that today, if there's any part of your day that just feels really daunting to you, or a part of your life, an experience in your current adventure that just seems like, I don't know if I can do that. I will say to you, maybe you can. Maybe you have a little bit more to learn about how the world works. Maybe we both are on this journey and on this path that we can't see where it's going exactly. There's a bend up there, and it's just kind of like, well, I think I'm going somewhere good most of the time. And maybe you are. So let's stick with it and find out what happens next. I'm not shaken, I'm not shaken, I'm not shaken, 'cause I'm standing on solid ground. I'm not shaken, I'm not shaken, no, not shaken, 'cause I'm standing on solid How does faith feel to you right now? Believing in yourself, believing in whatever benevolent force keeps you alive and brought you to this point. Often it feels very frightening. Because you start to do business with the reality that we don't have as much control over our lives and our careers and our dreams as we really want. But I have been encouraged by the fact that I want this. You know, there's a lot of things I don't want. There's a lot of things in the world that I see and I'm like, nah, I'm good. But in all of this adventuring that we do, we get closer and we get more of a taste for the things that we really, really want and the things that we've always wanted, the things that aren't going anywhere. Maybe you know immediately what those things are. Maybe you need a list. What do I want in life? One big thing for me that I have written down, and I saw it again this morning, and it helped clarify what I'm doing here today. One thing I really want is to encourage people with my music. So when I get discouraged and frustrated with how challenging it can be to make a living as an artist, to encourage people to hear what I'm saying, to communicate my concerts and events, to try to feel like anybody should care about this. Whenever I have those feelings, it helps me to just stay connected to the root of it, which is I want to help you with this. I want to help someone as the way that I've been helping myself. So the next part of this song is that I was staying late at church one day. This was years ago. It might have been 2016. Still sort of tentative about sharing my music. I had done it at that point, but not with any regularity. And I was just practicing. In the church that I was going to, there was a piano in every room, so I would stay late sometimes because the building was open till like 2, so I would just stay and go play piano. And one day I was playing this song, and the security guard, her name is Leslie, she came and found me afterwards, and she said, when you were playing that in-between part, I heard these words in my brain going, I'm not shaking, I'm not shaking, I'm not shaking. And then she had the next part also, because I'm standing on solid ground, but she didn't really have the melody for that. And I thought, great, let's put it in there. And it's such an interesting combination of ideas, because here we are all about possibilities, which can feel very envisioning and empowering and just sort of like the what-ifness of it all. But also possibilities are not sure things, and they can be kind of frightening to accept and to embrace. So it's this recognition that we're safe to allow possibilities because we're already standing on sure footing. We already have this knowledge that we are going to be met part way. Don't know what that's going to look like, but we know that we're not just going to step out in faith and get left hanging. How do we know that, you may be asking? Well, I ask you to look no further than your own breath. The fact that your heart is beating, the fact that you can listen to me today, that you can understand the words that I'm singing at you, speaks of a force outside of myself, outside of yourself, that caused us to be here, that keeps us alive. These are things that are way outside of our control, and they're happening. It's our job to get out of the way. Don't do anything to make your life end. That's a good step forward. But also recognizing that putting your faith in that external creative force is a stabilizing endeavor. It makes you feel less like you're falling and more like you're just recognizing there's a lot that I can't control. And somehow it's happening anyway. And I believe that same force, that creative spirit, is at work in us and inspiring these ideas of what we want to do and who we want to be and what we want to make happen in the world, how we want to help one another. So after it's all said and done, it's really all I have to stand on. It's the fact that it's not just up to me. I don't have everything, I don't have everything I need. I don't have any guarantees. I just have you right here next to me. possibilities. Oh, the possibilities. Oh, the possibilities. Sing that with me. Oh, the possibilities. Oh, the possibilities. Now, after writing this song, nothing had substantively changed. And I kind of wrote it the way that I just sang it to you. I just kind of messed around with this music and sang stuff that I was feeling. And, the world hadn't changed. I didn't suddenly see all of the potential. I didn't suddenly have all my deadlines met and all of my bills paid. But I did have a new source of hope. I remembered that I depend on outside help all the time anyway. Why should my creative life and my freelancing career be any different? And I felt a little more comfortable saying maybe. Maybe I can do this. Maybe there's more going on here than I can currently grasp or perceive. Maybe there are more opportunities that will reveal themselves as I go along. Just keep taking the next step. So if you're feeling any of this today, I want to encourage you with these 3 takeaways. And if you want to put any of that in the chat, feel free. Or you can just write it down for your own self. So here's my question. What's an intimidating unknown in your life right now? It could be as grand as where your next paycheck will come from. It could be as simple as, what are you going to make for lunch? We get intimidated by all kinds of things, I find. I do anyway, so maybe I don't think I'm alone in that. But I think these 3 takeaways apply to all. The first one is, where can you find opportunity for adventure within that unknown? I think it's so easy to just get panicked and stare at the thing that we don't want to happen and say, I'm never going to figure out what to make for lunch. I'm going to be hungry forever. Or on a grander scale, I'm never going to figure out how to make a reasonable income. I'm always going to be in debt. Just because I've always been in debt doesn't mean I will always be in debt. But it feels very true when you're in this mode. So, what's one way that you can look at that question with a little more openness to what might be? Second, what fears are coming up for you as you consider that unknown? And third, are they based on truth? Is this a real fear? Is this a panic fear? Is this a fear that can be addressed with any sort of information that you can get? I think it's really empowering to actually say out loud or write out in words what it is that you're feeling. Because it takes it out of the dark recesses of your imagination and lets you look at it in the hard light of day and consider it in the context of reality. But often when it simmers back there in your imagination and you don't really know what it is or what's causing it, it just festers. I'll give you a moment to think on that. I can tell you that a lot of things in my life are still unknown. There's a lot of adventures that I haven't kind of found what's around the bend on yet. But I'm still here, still along for this journey, for this ride, and still sharing it with other artists and creatives on their own path. And a lot has changed since 2015. I am way less intimidated by this journey now, but I'm continually stepping into new aspects of it that are pretty darn intimidating. Not gonna lie. And I think that's part of the benefit of it. Oh, I have, let's see, who is giving me a comment? Oh, hey Z McLeod, glad I tuned in today. Thanks for this, needed to pick me up. You are so welcome, Z. Thanks for that comment. So I will say that it helps so much to have people in it with you that you can just be real and say, here's where I am. I'm not sure what comes next. I'm not sure what to do with this place that I'm in. It's also helpful, as I said, to get it out of your brain and to put it into words, to say, to write it down, and to recognize this is normal. This is a normal reaction when you are taking on frightening things. It is normal to be scared. But I think it's very common to just let those fears hang out instead of looking at them and saying, do I really need this? Is this a fear that's helping me avoid dying? Or is this a fear that's just keeping me from growing? So I made a big announcement on Sunday that I am officially offering my services as a creative coach, and if you could use some help deciphering whatever intimidating obstacles are in front of you, I would love to talk to you about that. I think YouTube lets you see my email address, but just in case, I'll say you can reach out to me, cm@courtneymatz.com, and let's figure out how to work through that and what kind of opportunities might present themselves through whatever challenges you're currently facing. I also want to invite you to a cool little project I just started. It's called 5 Days of Possibility. It's a daily email that will just give you a quick thought to help you find the hope for a good thing in the unknown. You can sign up for that there'll be a link in the comments here. In the show info. It just started yesterday. It's 5 days long. I think you can still access the 2 emails that have gone out already if you sign up today, but it's free. And I hope that it is just a quick, less than 3-minute read that gives you a bit of excitement and optimism for your day that is earned. Not just rah, rah, you can do it, but like some evidence-based ideological insight to shift your perspective. So now, allow me to play for you in its entirety this song, The Possibilities. possibilities, feel hope rise. Oh, the possibilities. I don't know everything I need. I don't know if I will succeed. I just know that you have faith in me. And oh, the possibilities, what's possible, how when nothing is impossible with you, and God, you're right here next to me, and I'm not shaken, I'm not shaken, I'm not shaken, 'cause I'm standing on solid ground. Join me. I'm not shaken, I'm not shaken, I'm not shaken, 'cause I'm standing on solid ground. Oh, I'm not shaken, no, not shaken, not shaken, I'm not shaken, 'cause I'm standing on solid ground. Oh, and nothing's impossible now. Ooh. I don't have everything I need. I don't have any guarantees. I just have you right here next to me, and oh, the possibilities. Have fun out there.